Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of a Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup as Stabby McStabby here. There we go, Stabby McStabFace. We are a Spriggan Enchanter, and we have just started the Lair. We are on level 1 of the Lair, having run into some increasingly tougher stuff in the dungeon. An Amulet of Harm could be kind of annoying if we put it on, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. So, we're going to drop the Amulet of Harm. Yep. Which is going to drain us. So, a bunch of our skill levels have just gone down. That was a pretty far away sleep. That was a little bit risky. So, as we gain XP, it'll counter the harm. I don't think it truly costs us XP. I think we still gain XP as normal, and also it bleeds off the harm at the same time. Alright, that's a fair amount of opponents. Also, I never checked all the downstairs. You're a little scary. Stay asleep. Okay, good. Let's go here. Finding the porcupine along the way. Dodge hex is good. I just want to check the other downstairs so we can map a little bit more of the level. And know where our escapes are. Okay, those are two pretty close together, but that's going to be okay. So drain's yellow now instead of red, which is helpful. Sleep, stab. Not a lot of stuff in Lair has much MR. Is it the File of Floods? It is. The game really thinks we should commit... Yeah, so I'm going to drop the Fan of Gales. File of Flood's pretty good. Yeah, you can see how little stab damage we did there, just from the I'm unaware thing. As opposed to the instant kill from the sleep. Spiny frogs nearby. Let's drag him over here. Boom. Excellent. Crocodile, they can do a lot of damage. I have to be very careful about staying one tile next to them and generally avoid that. Same thing with the water moccasin here. Hey, our grew a little bit bigger. So there's still a piety cost to the Shadow Step. It'll be nice when we run into more heroes. I really don't want to get surrounded by these guys. Shoot. So I'll confuse you instead. I might just be able to win the stabbing game. But yeah, he woke up. He was attracted by the noise a little bit. Oop. Okay. It was a little risky. Although I am poison resistant now, so some of the stuff I don't have to be quite so scared of. Come at me, bro. Who are you trying to cast the spell on? It's my ZB. Yeah. Stab. More hexes. Let's see, when we get hit, we take a lot of damage. Like, we are dodging a fair amount of attacks, but... Boom. 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 Okay. Very hungry. Eat. 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 There we go, we're full. There's really no reason not to do all that. Okay, we'll check this downstairs. Wave of Frost. Okay. So what we're going to do, we are going to switch to the Robe of Resistance so that we have cold resistance, because there's a portal to the whatever on this floor. If we read a scroll of magic mapping, it would help us find it a little faster here. I might want to blind read you. Enchant weapon. All right. Random uselessness. There you go, magic mapping. So we can drop you. Okay, it's a fairly wide open level. Okay, there it is, over there. So, the cold resistance, because there's going to be some cold beasts on this floor. And if we go through the portal, we'll also want it. A bunch of centaurs. Hang on. Oh, that's the shoals. That's not the one I want. There, that one. In the little ice room. dodge you for now. And, okay. Let's take stock of our stuff here. We do have a Wand of Flame. They will be vulnerable to fire, which is good. Ice Blast isn't going to help us, unfortunately. We could enchant our armor. Our robe's pretty decent. It actually might not be a terrible idea to do that. At some point, ideally, the few slots of armor we've got, we'd like to replace with artifacts, most likely. But I think it's actually okay. Oh, that's the weapon. F. Oh, is it already enchanted as much as it can? Is +2 actually the limit? Oh, dang. Well, we could do the Robe of Magic Resistance, but we're not using it right now. I'm not going to do the weapon. So I guess there's nothing else we can really do. Swirl of Acquirement would be nice to read. We got Might. So we won't be able to sleep these guys. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, everything in there is going to be immune to cold. More int. And we're going to get surrounded with this stuff. Although, we might be able to do a big dazzling spray. Yeah. Step back. ZXU. ZXU. There you go. Everything is... I mean, the blinds don't last that long. The Confuse is fairly durable. Okay. And we could have always escaped through the thing. Would really love to know what my blink scroll is. How many identifiers do I have? Oh, quite a few, actually. You know what? Holy Word. Summoning. That is a good emergency button. There's a blink. I was doing the lesser stacks partially because I was hoping to get acquirement. Not gonna lie. So we're getting lots of money for shopping. Yeah, Ice Statue. Okay, we're gonna wake up the Ice Beast. Actually, I'm gonna keep going because I don't want it to wander into the Ice Statue area. Okay, good. Just back to the door. Confuse, confuse. Stabby, stab. Stab. Confused. Done. Now, one of the questions will be, can the Ice Statue see Invis? Because I do have a potion of invisibility. Just don't want these guys to run into the statue zone. I think the other guy lost track of me because of my stealth. Sometimes they'll even do it while they have line of sight, which is pretty amazing. Boom. Okay. Alright, so... Ice Statue. We can't see Invis. That combined with my stealth, we might just ignore it. I could try fighting it, then it would try targeting me, perhaps. We might be able to do some fog things. I could just try to, like, skirt around here, just accept the fact that I'm going to walk 2 tiles into its death zone temporarily. I mean, I got the resistance. I don't know how much hit points, like, this is going to do for me, though. I don't know how bad this is. I fog to block line of sight. Just the one Invis. I'd rather save it. So, yes, I will walk into there. Oh, there's another Ice Statue. The problem is the Invis doesn't last that long, but there should be good loot on the other side, I think. I can always blink out too. What the hell? There might be another way out. So I'm still Invis, so I can do Invisi stabbing. Alright, I'm no longer invis. Ice Dragon. Okay, well that's a thing. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. 60% chance of confusion. Oh, there's more than one. Get confused, punk. Now, they could still get lucky and take a swing at me. The confusion might snap when I wouldn't like it, but there we go. Okay. So, lots of gold and a bunch of jewelry. So, we're going to put on you. Amulet of Reflection. Hell yes. Evasion, the shielding from arrows and stuff like that. Really, really valuable. Okay. We'll put on this ring. We will put on this ring. We will put on this ring. Ring of the Lorax. Negative MR. Yeah, we probably won't use that. Artifact ring. Oh, hello. R poison, R cold, RN, R stealth? Frick yes. Okay. So, we're clearly going to wear this. Of resistance to all the things. What do we wear on our right hand? You can't stack our poison anymore, so we literally don't need this. I'm not going to drop anything here. I mean, we'll probably wear something like positive energy or something. More than the fire. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but... No, we don't have a ring of magic resistance. No. We have a ring of negative MR. So we got reflection, resistance to a ton of stuff. Okay. Now, we don't have an easy way out here. We don't have another invis, but what we do have is a blink. Now, we can only blink to within line of sight. That's also statues. Line of sight. Just... It probably won't make a difference, but we don't really need fog. I'm gonna... That wouldn't help at all. Does it move? Okay. Yes. No, they still have line of sight. But you know what? It's gonna be okay. So I'm just gonna blink to here. Thump, like that. Play it totally safe, and we're gonna get out of here. Okay, that was well worth checking out this branch. So I'm not interested in this. I don't think we're gonna do magical power or wizardry. Although it does give you some decent, cool skill stuff. We'll keep some extra... we don't need the poison. We'll keep the fire in case we run into something particularly fiery. And we'll keep the ring of the robe of magic resistance. Yeah, the only source of fire resistance right now is our robe. If I put on the ring of fire resist, as an example, then I could change the robe for the magic resistance robe instead. I'd still have 1 pip of cold and fire. And I'd have more MR, which is probably a higher value. Especially since I don't need Arneg right now. So I have 1 pip of everything except Arlek, which actually we would prefer here in the lair, because at some point we'll probably run into eels. But we have some extra MR, which is nice. Dith, we're at 3 pips with you. You sometimes bleed smoke when heavily injured by enemies, which I believe causes fog, which helps break line of sight and stuff. Picked up a diamond ring. Protection from cold. Okay. Good. I mean, it's nice to have as an option. Hell, would have been maybe especially nice in where we just were. Oh, yeah. Monsters nearby. That's a lot of centaurs. Okay, some of them woke up. I don't quite have line of sight. I don't really have a lot of line of sight blockers here. Yeah, I'm unpleased by this. Oh, plant really? Really? I don't know why that plant was considered blocking all the angles. Just gonna dart up here, rest, go down a different staircase. Give him a chance to spread out a bit. Like say that. Excellent, okay. Go for a long-range confuse on him, so he stops shooting me. Excellent. Go to sleep. Thank you very much. So 66% chance to defeat that MR right now. If we take a look at our power rating over here, we're almost capped. And I believe the power rating is specifically used to overcome MR on these spells. Free stab. Oh, there you go. Now they're all awake. No, target this guy. And again, boom. Oh, we're playing some Mass Effect soundtracks now because I didn't have this album set on. There we go. Just realized. Hopefully no copyrighted music played at any point. That would have been really annoying. Just trying to play the, well, I mean, it's copyrighted, but the CK2 soundtrack. Shout out to Paradox for not flagging everything on Earth. Well, that's a lot of blink frogs. Long range confuse. Nope. Being very inconsistent with your various targetings. When there's a crowd like this, I really should manually target some more. ZB, go. Stab. Are you moving despite being asleep? What? Also, our radius is getting even larger. So it's going to help hose some more of the... ooh, that's a very headed Hydra. It's going to help hose more of the range attacks. Ugh. I probably should have just confused you at range. Thanar the Cold-Hearted. So I'm assuming you have resistance to cold. I mean, it's just a guess. No, you don't. That's really interesting. So I can still put you to sleep. What I'm going to do is break line of sight. I'm going to put on the Ring of Protection from cold. And we're just going to stab you to death without actually having any problem with it. Put on the Ring of Fire again, so they have one tick of everything. And we'll try some downstairs. There's a buckler. Now, I'm going to want to pick that up. So that we can train shields. I may not equip it right away. Stand on the upstairs over here. Okay, good. I may not equip it right away, but let's take a look. Our Bouclier over here, we need 7.2 skill because we're smaller. That's not that much, luckily. So we're going to go ahead and not adjust. That's not the button I wanted. S for skill. So we set skill training for shields until it hits 7.2. The -3 sucks, but it's only 7.2 skill. It's not that hard to reach. Wielding a buckler will be very nice, especially once we find one with some sort of brand on it. We may use the unenchanted one in a bit. Right, if we found a one with a good brand, we might use it right now. But we didn't, and I'm not going to use the unenchanted one. But by having it in our inventory, it means we can start training it, and I think that's going to be very valuable. I might actually turn off dodging. I think we'll leave the hexes on. Nah, we'll just leave this be. It's going to be okay. Although one of the things we could check is at some point, do we hit max? When we hit max power, we may want to turn off hexes at that point until we get a spell that can use it. Water moccasin, here, come to me. There you go. Much rather have things come to an area I know is already clear. I should have tried to sleep you from one tile away. You know, rather than me move into Fog of War. Boom. Okay, good. I really should get all my mana back before I start moving. We're just going to hit the plant if we do this. Boom. Okay. It is really nice that you get all these, like, question marks. Like, things don't necessarily beeline to you. He still hasn't seen me. He still hasn't seen me. I mean, I should have just put him to sleep there rather than showcase things too much, but... we got another spellbook. Oh, was it a dupe? Book of Power. Yeah, I think that was a duplicate that we already had. Now, I want you to come at me. Luckily, snakes are not particularly noisy, so they're not waking up the elephants. It's a lot of elephants. They will trumpet as soon as one wakes up. And they can do a lot of damage. Okay. Done. Whew. What is that? Just a regular rapier? Okay. Done exploring. We'll check some down routes. Good. Nice. Oh, hello. Where'd you go? Probably should have backed up a little bit more rather than fight them both, but that was okay. Wyvern is not something I'm scared of, especially because I think their clouds might be poison, but we have the resistance. Five-headed Hydra. There's a lot of chance for it to wake up, and it's got a buddy. There we go. Went for the Confuse in the Hydra, and I'm going to follow it up and trying to sleep it. Okay, then I will sleep the Croc instead. Oh, I did get hit by the Hydra there. Which is why I prefer the sleep to the Confuse. Done. Get a lot of XP from these guys. That is one nice thing. Basilisk, as long as we're alone, we're okay. There we go. Bullfrog. Stay asleep. Another ring of protection from fire. I don't know if we need to carry around two. Went for the Confuse. There we go. Stay asleep. Okay. Oh! Are they... When they're confused and they're asleep, do they sleepwalk? I think that's it. I think I've noticed it before, and I just forgot. Confusing Touch. Apportation. So we got some good spells again. I don't know if we need Confusing Touch. I don't know if there's an advantage to it. Animate Skeleton is pretty easy. Necromancy is one of the things that we are not terrible at. It's only a -1. I mean, it's still a minus, but it's only -1. I don't know if we really need skeletons to help us out. Apportation can be nice because it lets us snag something from a distance. Yep. Excellent. And we can also just... Oops. No, keep that on. Keep it focused. We'll turn on... you know what? You don't need to focus that. We'll turn on translocations for a bit. Mostly so that we're in better shape when we do get a blink book. So either random blinking, or if we can get controlled blinking later on, then we are laughing. Hello, Rupert. 15% chance. And Sonia. Okay. Well then, that's something. I don't remember what his shout does, if it's like a smite or what. But it ain't good. Hopefully those two can split up a little bit. We could sort of leave them here and just skip to the next floor. Still have tons of scrolls, including lots of stuff we don't know yet. So, of the scrolls we don't actually know. What is it? What's this? What are we looking at? Requirement, Amnesia. We could Amnesia away the Corona. Brand, Weapon, Fear, Immolation, Torment, Vulnerability. You know, they're not... Fear, it's nice to not waste a Fear. Although I think it's resisted by MR. Mimics your spell. So, chance to defeat MR is only 84%. Sonya appears confused. Your shadow... Oh! Oh, right! Your shadow sometimes tangibly mimics your actions. So we now have a shadow that will do whatever we're doing from time to time. Short Sword of Venom. It might be a little late for Venom type stuff. And Kurare. Yes, please. Now, we're not really doing a build around that, but it does open up some possibilities. So what's your deal, man? 3% chance to paralyze and confuse. Oh, well, that's not much. I mean, you can hit for a lot. And you got good MR. No blind for you. You went Berserk. I don't know if we can sleep someone who's Berserk. Yeah. He moves faster as well. Got a box of beasts there or whatever. I can apparently keep kiting him forever, though. Okay, it's only 15% chance to resist. Eventually, he's not going to resist. Right? Maybe? Elephant trumpets. Fall asleep. Oops, you woke up too fast. You're now confused, though, which is good. And stabby stab. All right. We're getting some, you know, blah is unaffected. That's when it's asleep, when my shadow also tries to sleep it. Dream sleep, it sheeps, which we are going to slaughter while they're dreaming. That's very nice. What's the spellbook? Flame Tongue, Cause Fear, Dragon Form. So, to recap, something. Transmutation is something that we can do. Dragon's Call. Dragon's Form. So having put that there... Oh, do we have to memorize a spell before we can start learning the skill of it? Oh. Can we memorize something? Is the failure chance... Can you just memorize anything now? Or am I thinking previous versions of Dungeon Crawl, or am I thinking NetHack where there's a chance to learn it? It's possible we can just learn Dragon Form, and that would allow us to start researching transmutation. So, describe Dragon Form. Mighty fire-breathing dragon, becomes highly resistant to fire, resistance to poison, but vulnerable to cold. It becomes able to deal incredible damage in melee combat and become much more robust. Evasiveness is reduced. I don't know what that implies or means for us. I'll have to research it. I mean, we could learn it now just to be able to unlock some ticks of transmutation. So we get a bite, claws. We could breathe fire. Natural AC set to 16, plus 10 strength. Flight. All equipment except rings and amulets meld into your body, although we don't have much equipment. Yeah, so you really want, like, unarmed combat. Dragon Form doesn't impair your ability to cast spells. Well, I don't think we'll commit to memorizing it right now, but we'll try to remember that it's an option for us going forward. Like, I don't think we'll need it or necessarily have the time to invest to getting our transmutation high enough if we're only going for a 3-run run. I don't know how much this guy can do an extended run. Maybe he can go crazy with it. I don't know. Without boots and gloves, he's got fewer... I don't think you can wear gloves either. We haven't found any, so it's moot. But I know we can't wear boots because we've seen them. Didn't we? I thought we had seen boots. I must be thinking if we've seen a helmet. Can I search for this helmet? I don't know. I thought we had. I don't remember what we can wear and what we can't wear. And what implications that has for us in the long run of the game. What's the top power for Dith? Oh, transform into swirling mass of shadows. Which gives you skill drain. Crazy. I mean, so far the Aura of Darkness is helping. I mean, it's continuing, like, our stealth is insane now. Yeah, we have boosted our skill a fair bit. We could probably... Well, we haven't been raising our stealth in a while. So yeah, that's true, and that's okay. I could decide to wield my shield now, and I think I will. Oh, no. Because it will give us a little bit of defense. It will hurt my spell casting and some of my accuracy a little bit, but half the time I'm attacking things that are asleep, so there's no chance to miss anyway. And it's not going to hurt our spell casting very much. Yeah, we're still at 1% right now. Our buckler's fine. We do want to make sure to bring it over, to the, you know, the full skill cap of 7.2, even with the -3 over here. Bucklers are all we're going to wear, so that's going to be okay. And hopefully we can find one that's got some stats of some kind. Slings have a +2. I'm pretty sure blowguns use the sling's skill. And the thing is, blowguns with, like, the Curari darts, if you do play a, like a Spriggan, like, stabber type person like this, or it doesn't have to be Spriggan, but a stabber type person, you can actually do very well by worshipping Trog or Oku, or because they can provide you with ammunition, which can include, like, more Curari darts, or needles and things like that, and you can just use that as a way to disable people. It's kind of cool. Anyway, we're going to put a cut in here. Still pleased with how things are going, although there's still a lot of scary, dangerous stuff out there. We'll have to see how it goes next time. Thanks for watching. See you then.